A top expert from the Tianji pavilion concealed her identity and married a general, becoming his wife. But when her husband returned triumphantly from war, he brought back another woman with him. He claimed this woman had saved his life on the battlefield and told his wife to treat her well and serve her with respect. The woman felt her heart turn cold. Back then, in order to marry this man, she had endured the pain of publicly rolling across an iron nailboard. He had vowed to love her and only her for the rest of his life, promising never to betray her. Yet in the blink of an eye, that promise was as good as thrown to the dogs. The man even claimed that he only agreed to marry her because she had clung to him relentlessly. Seeing her pitifully covered in blood after rolling across the spiked board, he had only agreed out of pity. Now she understood, her years of sincere love had been in vain. The next day, she handed the shop's account books back to him. The family's public funds had long since dried up, and over the years she had been covering the expenses with her own dowry. Now that she would no longer manage the household finances, they'd probably be left with nothing but the wind to drink. But the man was still preoccupied with how to scrape together the betrothal gifts for his concubine. Desperate, he decided to steal her dowry. However, the plan was overheard by the young maidservant at the woman's side, who immediately told her mistress. The woman was not about to sit and wait to be robbed. She quickly came up with a plan, claiming she wanted to donate funds to a disaster relief camp. She sent the maid to invite the Minister of Rights to their home for a discussion. Just as the two were chatting happily, the maid suddenly burst into the room shouting that a thief had broken in. The man was quickly arrested as a thief. Under the current law, if a husband stole his wife's dowry, the woman had the legal right to divorce him. However, the minister said it wasn't within his power to approve it and told her she would need to seek the emperor's permission. Left with no choice, she entered the palace to plead her case. She begged the emperor to issue an imperial edict allowing her to divorce. But for a woman to divorce her husband was considered as serious as a commoner filing charges against a government official. It required her to roll across a spiked iron board. So, just like before, she rolled across it once more. Only this time, it wasn't to marry him, it was to leave him. Moved by what he witnessed, the emperor immediately ordered that the divorce edict be delivered to the general's residence the next day. Meanwhile, the man was still plotting how to take her dowry for himself.